miss the biggest nights in MMA. EFL is more than a fight.
It's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net.
And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on the Zone.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. Oh, there's no way back from this, surely.
If you love the fight, you'll love the game.
If you had the choice, what prize would change your life?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Competitions from as little as 5p per entry. What are you waiting for? You could be next to change your life with that prize, guys.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. Physically fit, physically fit, physically. Come on. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Fight Night on the Zone, brought to you by That Prize Guy. The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Hello everyone, come on in. Welcome to my neck of the woods, East London, Spitalfields Market. Now I've been here many a time before, but not for this, because we're swapping the trader skills for the weighing scales. Two of the big boys of the heavyweight division, Joesph Parker and Fabio Wardley, are going to duke it out on Saturday, but you have to make it official today. You know what time it is? Lock in, it's weigh-in day.
Live, only on the Zone, October 25th, Parker versus Wardley. The dictionary defines interim as something temporary until something permanent takes its place. But neither of these men intends to be temporary. Joesph Parker, former heavyweight champion of the world and the current WBO interim champion. He has Bakole, Zhang and Wilder behind him. And now he looks to cement himself as first in line to take a swing at the Ukrainian king. But an undefeated knockout artist has something to say about that. Fabio Wardley, the WBA interim heavyweight champion and the UK's answer to who will hold all the gold next.
Fabio Wardley finds the right hand, and down goes Clark.
2 champions lie in wait. Destiny is 1 punch away, and only 1 man can be next. It's truly all or nothing. Parker versus Wardley, October 25th. Watch only on DAZN.
Good old Spitalfields Market, and old is the right title. This Spitalfields Market was from 1867. The one previous was built in the 17th century. So look, everything you want is right here in the heart of East London, just a stone's throw away from Liverpool Street Station, not too far away as well from where the action's going to take place on Saturday, the O2 Arena. And today, we kind of mixed it up a little bit because today is weigh-in day right in the middle of Spitalfields Market. We are going to make it official. We are talking Joesph Parker versus Fabio Wardley for the right to maybe fight Alexander Usyk. I really wanted to say to fight Alexander Usyk, but this is heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. Carl Frampton and Darren Barker. Gents, this is nice. We've done a few weigh-ins together. I like this. I like the idea of public people walking around, not knowing what's going on, and bang, they see this.
Yeah, I like it here. You get a real buzz. You see people just sort of understanding what's going on here. They take a stroll over. But for the fighters here, this is a big moment. This is a really, really big show. I mean, the main event is a cracker. You talk about fight before the fights. This is a massive fight before the fight.
Yeah, this is almost like a real semi-final, right? With the final being Alexander Usyk, the main man. And if you're Joesph Parker, you've been wanting and teasing and waiting for the opportunity. If you're Fabio Wardley, some might say you've jumped the queue. You're kind of cashing in your lottery ticket. This is a big opportunity for him.
It's a massive opportunity for Fabio. He's kind of just gate crashed the world scene, hasn't he? He's been on a great run of form. We know how hard he punches. We've seen it in his last fight against Justice Hooney, and that's the danger for Joe Parker in this fight. Fabio not only punches hard, but he carries his power right throughout the fight, so he's always in a fight. But considering how long Joe's been doing this, the amateur experience, the experience he's learned and gained as a pro, the amount of unbelievable names he's got on his resume, you would have to have him as a favourite. But both guys, you can make an argument for both guys winning this fight.
It's incredible when you think Joesph Parker was world champion and Fabio Wardley hadn't even turned pro.
Yeah, mental.
It's crazy.
Hadn't even turned pro.
Hadn't picked up a pair of gloves. No. As you said, I'm going to steal Carl's line. He's making a mockery of the sport.
Yeah.
He's making a mockery of the sport. If you're Joesph Parker, do you have the right to be upset about how this has all played out for you? Obviously, look, he was supposed to fight Daniel Dubois, and that would have been for the IBF heavyweight world title. That didn't happen. Martin Bakole, he's been sitting on the shelf since Martin Bakole.
Yeah, not that this is right, but he's been around the sport a long time, so he'll understand that these things can happen. Not to the extreme that they have, but the man, when he's in the ring and he's in full flow, it is a joy to watch. He really is. The way that he's come back, I mean, look, he's a better fighter now than when he was world champion.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's incredible. And showing that he packs a punch here. Look, Bakole coming in very short notice, but nonetheless, a massive banana skin, huge banana skin in that. But
300-pound bananas.
Exactly. There's so many questions, though, which I love about this semi-final, if we're going to call it that. Is this experience and know-how, or is it youth, freshness and power? Is that going to rip up the script and make a case for Fabio Wardley? It's a brilliant fight. It really is so intriguing. So many questions that I can't wait to be answered.
I know Wardley's getting a bit of grief about his last performance and how much he was being convincingly outboxed. But I think what you've got to remember about that is, and I got this from a good friend of all ours, Chris Lloyd, and I never really thought about it, but he was preparing for someone completely different.
Yeah.
He's preparing for Jarrell Miller.
But I will say he had 5 weeks.
No, he didn't.
5 weeks he had.
10 days.
No, Hooney had 5 weeks.
Did he?
5 weeks, yeah. But Jarrell Miller.
Blame Chris Lloyd for that stat.
Jarrell Miller was the original opponent, wasn't he?
Oh, was
he had around 4.
Right, well, I got that wrong. I thought it was a bit shorter, so we'll forget what I just said.
But still, at this level, those little things can make a big difference.
The amateur, I mean, he had zero amateur experience. Darren knows, and I know that when you travel around the world as an international, you come up against different styles all the time. So he hasn't got that experience, so it's a difficult thing for him. But like I said, he carries the power, and he carries it right throughout the fight.
On Joesph Parker, very quickly, the last 3 fights, like, he's almost clearing up the boogeyman of the division, isn't he? Deontay Wilder going in, but the narrative after is different from the narrative going into it. Going into it, Deontay Wilder was going to knock him out and fight AJ. Zhilei Zhang was going to knock him out and move on as well. And certainly was Martin McCauley was the boogeyman, and he was going to do something. Like, what he's done in these last 3 fights is insane.
Yeah, it is. And it's testament to not just the man himself and the skill that he possesses, the team around him, and the patience that he's had. You know, he's a very, very good fighter. This is the time now. This is the time to get the win, get through the semi-final, if you want to call it that, and then realise a second dream and become a world champion again.
We've been talking about Fabio Wardley all week, and rightly so, because he's been nicknamed the Ipswich Deontay Wilder, and for good reason. I mean, we were all there in a pouring down Ipswich, right, Portman Road, and he seems to land stuff. I mean, we're here for this one as well, weren't we, in Saudi Arabia? And if you think about the first fight between these two, which was the Fight of the Year candidate, and the way in which he destroyed Fraser in the second fight, I mean, that has to be spoken about.
Yeah, I think so. It was I mean, look at the big man's face. It's still horrible to watch that. But going from the life and death fight that both guys had previous to that, and then he just walks across the ring and does that so quickly and early on in the fight. I mean, you have to give him credit for it. And even this shot as well. I mean, so late in the fight when you're tired, the lack of experience, and we keep talking about that, but the technique behind that shot was really good. He got his head off to the side. It was kind of a hybrid hook, straight shot. It was perfect, and so late in the fight when you're desperately tired as well. It's a hard thing to do, but he done it, and he got the win.
And do you know what? I think it shows natural talent. If you look at the first Fraser fight, it's a draw. It's a hard slog. He's obviously gone back to the gym and he's made the adjustments, got the win in unbelievable fashion. During that Hooney fight, the Justice Hooney fight, it's not going to plan. He gets back to the corner, and the corner say, look, let's go to plan B. Let's take a step back. Let's bring Hooney on to us. He was able to adapt that.
Yeah.
And that's natural talent. That's something that you can't.
So is he a better boxer than people give him credit for?
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. He's still learning on the job. But when we were just talking about it there, and Cole mentioned about his amateur experience and how a lack of it, and how important that is. The difference with Fabio Wardley is, though, he just lets his hands go. Sometimes that can be detrimental when you've got that grounding and it's sort of telling you don't throw this because you might get caught with something. He just lets his shots go, and I think that's why we're seeing dramatic finishes.
Right, that's the main event. Let's show you the rest of the fight card as well. Some intriguing fighters on the card as well. One of those intriguing fighters is Mitchell Smith, who was a prospect many moons ago. He's now starting to come back. He takes on Arnie Dawson. Danny Quartermaine versus Royston Barney Smith. Fantastic fight, that one. Battle of the Unbeatens as well. As you can see, IBF and WBO European Super Featherweight titles on the line. Ezra Taylor versus Steve Woodall. That's a great last-minute replacement. It was supposed to be Ezra Taylor versus Louis Edmondson. Maybe we'll see that one down the line. Jürgen Uldedaj takes on Ronnie Lambert for the vacant IBO World Cruiserweight title. Jürgen now trained by Don Charles. We know how good a trainer Don Charles is. And then the main event, interim WBO World Heavyweight Championship. I'm calling it the semi-final in order to get to the final, which is Alexander Usyk, Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley. All right, let's get the show on the road. As you can see, Thomas Treiber is on the stage. Let's throw down one of the best MCs in the business. Thomas, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for All or Nothing. A great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow at O2 Arena, London. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, in association with Platform Sports and Gold Star Promotions, along with their great sponsors. 32 Red, Unibet, Riyadh Season, The Ring, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, Vow Nutrition, and Flex Mize. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this great event will be broadcasted live worldwide on DAZN by now at DAZN.com. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBO European Lightweight Championship. Let's first welcome from Clacton, Essex, England, undefeated with 8 wins. 4 of his 8 wins come by way of knockout. Here is Barney, the Terminator Dawson. And now let's welcome from London, England, his professional record, 18 wins, just 1 defeat. 9 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is King Mitchell Smith. And we will welcome first to the scale, Arnie Dawson.
Yeah, just the 5 ball class ones, yeah. Get it done quicker.
134.14 for Arnie, the Terminator Dawson. Now to the scale, Mitchell Smith. $134.2 for King Mitchell Smith. Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest for the vacant WBO European Lightweight Championship.
Good fight to kick things off. 6:30 we get going on Saturday. Mitchell Smith, who, I mean, you have to kind of rewind nearly a decade ago when he was the man. Everyone was looking at him as one of the best prospects, not just in this country, but in Europe. Obviously had things go wrong from outside the ring. Good to see him back.
Yeah, great to see him back. I know Mitchell really well. I've done so many rounds of sparring with him. Really, really good talent. And then obviously he went off the rails for whatever reason. But I was just speaking to him beforehand. 110 kilos he went to. Insane. And to be able to get down there, obviously mentally he's very, very tough. But it's great to see him back.
All right, let's hear from both fighters. Let's start with Arnie Dawson. He's with Dev on stage.
Arnie Dawson, biggest stage of your career so far against a very tough opponent tomorrow night. Tell us what's going to happen in there.
Tomorrow night I get in there. The respect is there now, but tomorrow night when we go in there, the respect goes out the window and I walk away with a win. So biggest stage of my life, biggest stage of my career, and I'm ready to leave it all in there. So yeah.
Best of luck to you, Arnie Dawson. Let's hear it for Arnie Dawson. And let's speak to Mitchell Smith, who wants to punch me, it looks like. Mitchell, I mean, the main event is all or nothing, but it really is all or nothing for you as well.
For sure, man. I've manifested this moment from when I was 18.5 stone, and I started this comeback story, and I manifested getting back on big shows. Here I am tomorrow fighting for the WBO European Lightweight title. And the new baby is coming to Harrow.
Best of luck to you. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for Mitchell Smith.
It will be a battle of the undefeated. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the IBF and WBO European Super Featherweight Championships. Let's first welcome the challenger from Southampton, England. He had a stellar amateur career and now is a professional, undefeated with 14 wins. 7 of his 14 wins come by way of knockout. He is the current WBO Youth Super Featherweight Champion. Let's welcome Sugar Boy Roy Royston Barney Smith. And now we welcome the defending champion from Leamington Spa, England. Undefeated with 13 wins. He has 1 draw. 4 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the reigning and defending IBF and WBO European Super Featherweight Champion, Danny Quartermaine. We will welcome first to the scale, Sugar Boy Roy, Royston Barney Smith. 129.9 for the challenger, Sugar Boy Roy, Royston Barney Smith. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Danny Quartermaine. 129.3 for the defending champion, Danny Quartermaine.
Good fight, this one, Darren. Again, almost gone under the radar, but could be fight of the night between these two, battle of the unbeatens. Everyone obviously very excited about Royston Barney Smith, but Danny Quartermaine is the champion.
Yes.
This is not going to be easy for either man.
And he can fight, Quartermaine. Very, very good. His one test against Jack Bateson ended in a technical draw. Both clashed heads, terrible cut. But this, Royston Barney Smith will step up. It's a brilliant fight. Stylistically, I think it's going to gel. Both have razor-sharp hands, good know-how, good footwork. Brilliant contest, this.
Super Featherweight Championship.
Good stare down as well, Cole. We all like a good stare down.
Very, very intense. I like this fight. I really like it. I think it's evenly matched. And a lot of people praising Royston Barney Smith and talking about the things he's going to do in the sport, but we'll learn a lot more about him tomorrow night.
Remember, IBF European Super Featherweight strap and WBO European Super Featherweight straps up for grabs on this one. Great fight. Again, maybe going under the radar on what is a good card, but I genuinely think that these guys could steal the night. Anyway, let's hear from Royston Barney Smith. He's with Dev Sani.
Royston Barney Smith, that was quite a long face-off. What was going through your head up there?
Honestly, to be honest, I was thinking I didn't realise how ugly he was, but Saturday night, the belt's coming home with me, and that's all she writes.
You've been asking for a step up. This is most certainly that. That's an unbeaten opponent there. What are you going to show us?
You'll have to wait on Saturday night. I don't want to reveal nothing too soon.
Best of luck to you. Let's hear it for Royston Barney Smith. Okay, Danny Quartermaine. What was going through your head with that face-off? I asked Royston, he said he didn't realise how ugly you were. What do you want to say about that?
Could have done with a few more chewing gums, if I'm honest.
Well, I mean, it's a step up for him. Does it feel like it's also a step up for you? You are the defending champion, but he's a very, very touted prospect.
I'm just here to prove all the doubters wrong, and the doubters motivated me. Have motivated me the past 2 or 3 months. Obviously, this fight should have been happening a couple of months ago. It's just given me even more time in the gym. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for it. And I'm ready to prove everyone wrong.
Best of luck to you, Danny Quartermaine. Let's hear it for Danny Quartermaine.
Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBA Continental Gold Light Heavyweight Championship. Let's first welcome the challenger from Birmingham, England. He has a professional record consisting of 20 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw. 12 of his 20 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the former WBO Intercontinental Super Middleweight Champion, Steed the Stallion Woodall. And now let's welcome the defending champion from Nottingham, England. Undefeated with 12 wins, 8 of his 12 wins come by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former WBC international champion, and tomorrow, the reigning and defending WBA Continental Gold Light Heavyweight Champion, Ezra the Cannon Taylor. First to the scale, we welcome the challenger, Steed Woodall.
Offensive. Very offensive.
174.9 for the challenger, Steed the Stallion Woodall. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Ezra Taylor. $173.10 for the defending champion, Ezra the Cannon Taylor.
Both men in great shape. And I'm so happy that Ezra stand on the card, and I'm so happy, Carl, that they got Steed Woodall, who, by the way, had a fight scheduled in a couple of weeks, so he's in fighting shape. Yep. I think it's a really good matchup.
I think it's a really good matchup. Steve Woodman's a great replacement at coming in at such late notice, and at one point we thought maybe Ezra wasn't going to get a fight, so fair play to Steve Woodman, fair play to Ezra for accepting it as well, because he had to train for a completely different style. But very, very interesting matchup, this one.
Yeah, and Darren, you were saying just before Steed came on the stage, let's not forget he knocked out Lerone Richards. It was always very, very tricky, Lerone. Obviously he got stopped by Callum Simpson, but we know he carries the power, Steed Woodall.
And he comes to fight. He leaves absolutely everything in the ring, and sometimes that can be his undoing. Ezra Taylor, I sat down with him about 3 months ago, and we had a long chat, and he just believes he's destined to go all the way, believes that this is his path, and he's taking it with both hands. A very, very good raw talent.
Yeah, what a great division the light heavyweight division is in this country, and I guess if you're Ezra, you want to gate crash that top 5, and I think he's very, very close. All right, let's hear from Steed Woodall, a man that's taken his fight on 10 days' notice. He's talking to Dev Sani.
Steed Woodall, you have stepped in late to face Ezra Taylor. Tell us why you've taken this fight and what you've got in store for us tomorrow night.
Well, this way you stay in the gym, you stay ready. You know, professional athlete, 365 days a year, you know, I'm focused. It's not the first time I've stepped up at this level, and ready to do a job. Yeah, tomorrow night. Thank you, Target Fire Systems, my Uncle Sean, and Alex.
One final thing, we've seen you step in late before and cause absolute chaos when you knocked out Lerone Richards not so long ago. You're going to do the same thing to Ezra Taylor?
And it's time. I ain't come here for a paycheck. I've come here to take over, so coming at the perfect time, so I'm ready.
Best of luck to you. Let's hear it for Steed Woodall. Thank you. Ezra the Cannon Taylor, what a week you've had. New opponent. It's that man, Steed Woodall, who says he's going to knock you out tomorrow night. Tell us what you're thinking.
New opponent, same outcome, man. I was training for Louis, I trained for opponents, that's it. And I'm ready, man. I've worked hard, man. I prepared myself like a real warrior. So tomorrow I'll get to go enjoy it, man. Train hard, fight easy, as they say, and tomorrow's just going to be a breeze.
Your plan beforehand, when it was Louis Edmondson, was to steal the show. Is that still the plan tomorrow night?
Yeah, 100%, man. It's always going to be the plan. It's always going to be the objective. It's always going to happen. When I step on the scene and I go in the ring, I'm going to do my thing. So, here to enjoy it, man.
Best of luck to you, Ezra.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's hear it for Ezra Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Our next two fighters competing in tomorrow's Chief Support It is scheduled for 12 rounds. It will be for the vacant IBO Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome a native of Cameroon, now fighting out of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. His professional record consists of 18 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw. 14 of those 18 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Rolly Lambert. And now let's welcome a native of Albania, now fighting out of Kiel, Germany. His professional record, 20 wins, just 1 defeat, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jürgen Uldedaj. First to the scale will be Rolly Lambert.
TJ's already asked me.
199.8 for Rolly Lambert.
Look at him studying.
Now to the scale, Jürgen Uldedaj. $199.15 for Jürgen Uldedaj.
Both men, Carl, in incredible shape, honestly. Jürgen Uldedaj, obviously now trained by Don Charles. Rolly Lambert's come over from Dubai. I actually remember doing a Rolly Lambert fight, exhibition fight against Tommy Fury many moons ago, and he caused Tommy some problems. He can box. This is a really good matchup in the cruiserweight division where we know who the top guys are. We're trying to find the contenders now.
Guys underneath, yeah, and this gives both boys opportunity to kind of gate crash the real world scene, and maybe not the most recognisable names, but 2 very good fighters, and I think their styles will gel well for a fight. Rolly Lambert, by the way, his arms are not only incredibly muscular, look at the length of them. Look at the length of his arms.
Wow, incredible shape. Let's hear from Rolly Lambert. He's with Dev Sani.
Rolly Lambert, we can see you're in tremendous shape. What does this fight mean to you at this stage of your career?
First of all, I want to say thank you to the Lord who brought me up the way here, the God that I serve. And I want to say thank you to Queensberry for this opportunity. It's a lifetime opportunity. Every boxer dreams to go for a championship and a big promotion like this. This means a lot to me. It's an opportunity that I have to seize and make the most of it. Most of us, I'm here to enjoy every moment, stay happy, thankful, go with the flow, man, and go and shock you guys on Saturday.
Best of luck to you, Rolly Lambert.
Thank you, by the grace of God. Thank you, man.
Let's hear from Jürgen Uldedaj. Jürgen, we spoke last week. You've told me it will mean so much to become Albania's first world champion. How does it feel right now, so close to the fight?
Where's my Albanians at? Great feeling, man, great feeling. I'm ready. It's fight zone now. Less than 24 hours. Ready to go.
You've seen your opponent now. The guys are talking about how big and strong he looks. He looks like a fearsome opponent for you tomorrow.
I don't look small at all. I'm big as well, so let's see tomorrow.
Best of luck. Any final word to your fans?
Can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Show up.
Jürgen Uldedaj, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a great fight in the cruiserweight division. Remember, IBO Cruiserweight World title up for grabs on that one. And we've got so much more coming your way on DAZN as well. Check this out. This is your upcoming schedule. And it's a packed one. Obviously, the main event, Joesph Parker versus Fabio Wardley tomorrow. Remember, you can go to DAZN.com/boxing to buy that one now. A week later, it's a light heavyweight gala, really. Joshua Buatsi versus Zach Parker. Buatsi looking to get back on that winning trail after losing to Callum Smith. And then we have Pero versus Thompson. The highly touted Pero takes on Jordan Thompson, making his debut in the cruiserweight division. Also, we have a small matter of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Quartermaine coming up as well.
Just like their fathers did all those years ago on November 15th, live on DAZN, Chris Eubank Jr. and Quartermaine relight the family feud once more.
There's just so much dislike between the two. It's going to catch fire again.
Bad blood, genuine hatred. The story is like no other.
Quartermaine, he put on a great fight. He went out there and he did what I did not expect him to do.
Back comes Ben.
It's always hard processing a loss. Nobody prepares to lose.
This fight living up to all the hype.
After I dispatch this kid again, for sure we're looking to get more time. You tried and you failed, and you're going to fail again this time.
No doubt, November 15th, you get their version.
I cannot wait for this fight.
I don't give a damn when this kid wants to fight. We're going to fight when I want to fight. I won.
He's going to be like the 13th round. I think we're going to get another classic.
Yeah, that is most certainly round 13. Look at this, though. We've got coming up Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Erickson Lubin. I think the 154-pound division is the most stacked in boxing. Maybe we get Virgil Ortiz versus a certain Boots Ennis if he comes through that one. And then the ring, unfinished business, Eubank Jr. versus Quartermaine 2. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium will be a sellout. And then the ring 4 card, Night of Champions. It isn't just Benavidez versus Yard. You've got so much more on there. Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. We've got Sam Noakes as well versus Abdullah Mason. World title fights galore. All that on DAZN in the coming weeks. All right, look who's joined us. Ben Davison, who's wrapped up warm for the occasion as well, part of Team Fabio Wardley. Ben, how is your man?
He's good. He's in a very good place, got to say. Probably the best place seen him so far. And yeah, we're confident, we're good, and looking forward to it.
You know, when an opportunity like Joesph Parker presents itself and it is a step up, Ben, do you have any say in whether or not he's ready for it? Do you guys sit together as a team and say, okay, yes or no to certain fights?
Of course, he'll come to us, ask us what we think, and we'll make a decision there. You know, fighter by fighter, you'll weigh up. It's always risk versus reward, isn't it, when you're talking about fights, when you get to a certain level. So, yeah, you weigh it up and decide whether you want to take it or not.
Ben, sorry, Carl. A couple of questions on Fabio, and what's it like training somebody? You've trained some fighters, a lot of fighters that have that strong, you know, grounding, that good amateur pedigree. And second of all, although it is a curse in some respects, do you think it can be a positive in the fact that he just goes out there, and that's why we're seeing so many knockouts? He just looks to take people's heads off.
Yeah, I'll tell you, so both parts of those questions. I've trained some very talented fighters, obviously, but I've also worked with some that have overachieved, like the likes of Lee Wood, that wasn't expected to go on and win a British title, go on to win world titles. So, similar in that sense with Lee Wood, to be honest. We always say there's quite a few similarities there. But I think you're right. I think there's pros and cons to the lack of experience and the lack of pedigree and all the rest of it. I think the biggest factor is that Fabio's under no illusions as to, you know, for example, there might be a situation where we might say, risky situation, but you've got to capitalise on that and take a risk. And he doesn't hesitate. He's willing to take that situation on, and it works for him.
Ben, look at this. Sorry for the grainy footage. This is nearly over a decade ago. Fabio, I feel sorry for the guys he's fighting. I really do. Because that power weight.
One of them looks like me.
But it's incredible, isn't it? I mean, for him to be doing this 10 years ago, and for him to be here now, I mean, it's just sensational. But you can almost see from there the talent he's got. Like, I mean, he's not just throwing hands, is he? He's thinking about what he's doing, even there, Ben.
Yeah, look, obviously he's come on a lot from there, where his opponent thought he was fighting Steve from HR at the time, I think. But he's come on loads, and do you know what he is? He's a dedicated lad, very, very dedicated. He invests in himself, which I think a lot of fighters don't do, and I understand it's a short career, risky game, etc. But he is willing to do that, and he's reaping the rewards for that. So, yeah, he's earned every single bit that he's got out of this game.
But he's smart as well, Ben, isn't he? And it's easy. I think it's easier when you're trying to implement your style and the things that you want him to do, if someone's actually taking it in properly. I know a lot of fighters who maybe aren't the smartest or the sharpest tools in the world, but when you're dealing with someone like Fabio, it's easier to get the instructions across.
It is, yeah. A big part of it is being composed as well, because we talk a lot about situation scenarios. When you do this, pick up on the opponent's reaction. Typically it's that we want to capitalise on that like this. So when they're composed and like you say, you know, a bit, it does help having a bit of IQ, but we don't train everybody the same way. But Fabio, he is an intelligent lad, he is smart, and to be honest, I think his everything's been the best I've seen so far. And rightly so, he's in against the best opponent so far.
Final one, Ben. Did you learn something about him from that Justice Hooney performance? Did you learn something that you didn't know about Fabio?
Do you know what? He's already knew. I'll be 100% honest here. I said to him, Justice Hooney is the worst style matchup for him. We couldn't get a worse style matchup. I told him, you're probably not going to win a round. But being honest, and some of the team will back it up, we also told him, don't lose faith, because Hooney gets carried away, and there's some situations where you will be able to land something, and he got there in the end. But yeah, I know that he's got that in him. I know what type of character he is. Never complains, never cries, never feels sorry for himself, and yeah, he stuck in there and got the results in the end.
Good luck tomorrow, Ben.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to weigh in the big boys. Joesph Parker versus Fabio Wardley, WBO interim heavyweight title on the line. Let's go downstairs to Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, our highly anticipated main event tomorrow will be the big boys of boxing. 12 rounds scheduled for the WBO interim heavyweight championship of the world. Let's first welcome the challenger from Ipswich, England. Undefeated with 19 wins. He has one draw. 18 of those 19 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 6 by Ring Magazine. Let's welcome the undefeated, hard-hitting challenger, Fabio Wardley. And now let's welcome the defending champion from South Auckland, New Zealand. His professional record, 36 wins, 3 defeats. 24 of his 36 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 2 by Ring Magazine. He is the former WBO world champion, and tomorrow the defending WBO interim heavyweight world champion. Lupe Soliai, La'auli, Alemali Etoa, Joesph Parker. And we will welcome first to the scale the challenger, Fabio Wardley. $242.7 for the challenger, Fabio Wardley. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Joesph Parker. $262.4 for the defending champion, Joesph Parker.
Joesph Parker slightly lighter than his fight weight against Martin Bakole, where he was 267 pounds, but considerably heavier than he was for the fights against Zhili Zhang and Deontay Wilder, where he was around the 240 mark. Fabio Wardley, bang on his weight. That's his weight, 241, 242, 243. Both of these guys are in shape, ladies and gentlemen.
I love this fight. I really do. One more sleep. The experience, pedigree, world-class style of Joesph Parker against the power the wrecking machine, that's Fabio Wardley. So many questions to be answered tomorrow night. Cannot wait, Cole.
And the respect too, boys. There's a lot of respect here between these guys. Both are looking to win, obviously, but they're gentlemen. Both are gentlemen. They've shown nothing but respect throughout. But that doesn't matter about what's going to happen tomorrow night. These guys will do everything it takes to get their hands raised at the end.
Does this go the full 12?
No, I don't think so. No. I agree with Carl. I just can't see it.
With the big boys, anything can happen. Both men in incredible shape. Both men have had incredible last 3 months as well. I mean, you think of what Fabio Wardley's done, the Fraser Clark, the Justice Hooney. You have to go back a while to see what Joseph's done, but he's done it. Martin McCauley, short notice. Before that, Zhili Zhang. Before that, Deontay Wilder. Both men 1 step away from Alexander Usyk. That's what's on the line tomorrow, O2 Arena. That's the carrot being dangled in their face. You win this one, you fight one of the best of all time.
Some carrot, isn't it?
Some carrot. Some carrot indeed. All right, let's hear from the challenger, the unbeaten Fabio Wardley's on stage with Dev Sani.
Well, Fabio, this is the toughest challenge of your career. The stage is bigger. The lights are going to be brighter. What does that mean for Fabio Wardley?
Yeah, look, this is it. This means everything. This is the one before the one. So all the work is done. Training's ticked off. All the hard work is put in. Get some rest now. Big night coming up tomorrow.
It's one of those again, Fabio, where they're writing you off. They're saying the step up in level, too big this time. But I'll get the feeling you like that.
Yeah, look, it's nothing new to me. Every step has been the step too far. Every opponent has been the opponent that's going to beat me. This is the one. He's too quick, he's too fast, he's got too much experience. But look, I haven't been beat yet, and nothing's going to change tomorrow night.
I asked Joe Parker yesterday at the press conference what you would learn on Saturday, and he said you will learn how to take a loss. What do you think you'll learn tomorrow night?
It's not about me learning anything on Saturday night. It's about everyone else. Joesph Parker, his team, boxing fans, learning that I am meant to be at the top of this division.
What is your message to all the people, Fabio?
Look, thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone that's bought a ticket. Thank you to everyone that's coming to the show. I bring drama, I bring entertainment. Saturday night's going to be no different.
Best of luck. Let's hear it for Fabio Wardley. OK, Joesph Parker, that's a big weight for you. It's lesser than what you were against Martin McCauley, but still up in the 260s. What can you tell us about this weight you've come in at?
I'm heavy and I'm strong and I'm ready to go.
It feels like the closer we've got to the fight, you have got more and more tense. There was no joking around or anything yesterday. This is serious business.
It's not so much tense, I'm serious about my work. I want to punch holes in them tomorrow and teach them a lesson.
You really think you're going to walk through Fabio Wardley? How wary are you of his power?
We've done everything we've done in camp to prepare for what he brings. We're wary, we're cautious, but I want to fight fire with fire and I want to get to him.
You've got a lot of noise here today. I see a lot of people giving you support. What is your message to your people, Joesph?
Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Best of luck.
Thank you, Dave.
Wow, that was intense. I like that. I enjoyed that. That's what all the fans came here for as well. The undercard was good, but they've come for that main event, and it's a cracking one as well, isn't it? 2 genuine top 7 heavyweights. I'd have Fabio that high, and Joesph Parker, Carl, I guess, number 2, number 3, it's him and Cabial, wasn't it, behind Usyk?
Yeah, I would say you have to have Joe as number 2, really, and in terms of the run of form he's on, Cabial 3, but I think Darren touched on it as well. You have to give Joe so much credit for even taking this fight, because it's not a win-win for him. It's really, I mean, the pressure's all on him. He has to win, and if he doesn't win, I mean, potentially a career-ending defeat, maybe.
And that's the difference, I guess, compared to his last 3 fights, where apart from Bakodi, because it was late notice, he was the underdog against Wilder. He was the underdog really against Shank. He's now the favourite, which is a bit of a turn for Joesph as well.
Yeah, but you hear him there and yesterday. He's got the bit between his teeth. Yeah. He wants to show his levels and classes above Fabio Wardley. I'm not too sure who's writing Fabio off, though. When you punch like Fabio Wardley, and in this division, I don't care who he hits. If he hits them, he's going to cause.
I don't think anyone's written him off. I think we know he can punch, and he's in with a chance. But I mean, you would be daft to say that he's not the underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he is as well. But he's been the underdog in a few fights, and he's sort of had the guys on the canvas not getting up. Let's welcome in a man that works closely with Joesph Parker, works closely with, I think, another top 3 heavyweight in Kabayel. We'll get to the Kabayel conversation in a minute because big fight for him January 10th.
Yeah.
Joseph's ready. He looks like he's got the bit between his teeth, Spencer.
Well, I saw that yesterday at the press conference. He won himself and he just looked agitated. Joe's the nicest man in the world, but he looked agitated and he just wants to get it on.
Yeah. Where's that come from? Is it the frustration of not getting the big fights, maybe having to sit on the fence for a little while?
I don't think he thinks that Fabio Wardley showed him the respect that he thinks he deserves. I mean, and Fabio Wardley, you know, there's levels for me. There's levels. He's jumped up a level. He's a great fighter. He's got an unbelievable equaliser. We saw what happened with Justice Hooney, but this is a different animal. This is an experienced man who's on the form of his life and is in the shape of his life.
I feel like it's that make awful who winds Joe up, is it? More so than anyone else?
Well, look, Joe. You know Joe, you all know Joe. Joe is lovely. I've heard nobody say a bad word about Joe. You can't say, because he never slags anybody off. He never gets into confrontation, no arguments. But yesterday was the first time I see him get niggled.
Do you like it though, Span?
Yes.
Getting close to the fight?
Yeah, I like it. And I'll tell you what else I like. The confidence is brimming. It's not how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, it's I'm going to do it.
Spencer, how do you see this fight playing out? All of us here on stage here don't see this going to distance.
I see it much the same as the Hooney fight. I think he'll get outboxed, and 8, 9 and 10, he'll suck him in, and he'll blow him out, and he'll stop him.
You know, if that happens, Spence, he's going to be knocking on your door saying, okay, look, I've done the job I needed to do. Alexander Usyk. That's what him and Andy Lee and the whole team are going to be screaming.
Look, we've had negotiations with Usyk's team. They've agreed to fight Joe afterwards. They think that if he wins, of course, whoever wins, they've agreed to fight next, and that's who they said they will fight next. So we're in for a
negotiation period.
A big negotiation, but a unified title for either one of these guys.
Will it be if you're all the belts? They'll not be split up or anything?
I think it'll be all the belts.
So? Good.
Why would he drop them now?
Yeah.
It's a negotiation tool, a big one. It brings more money, and I think it could be anywhere in the world.
Spencer, is Joesph Parker the last name remaining that Usyk needs for the perfect resume?
Yeah, I think he is.
On that answer, Spence, I can see the email coming and the text message from Agate Kabayel right now. Agate Kabayel's texting you as we speak here.
Look, I would love to see as well the winner of Joe Parker v Usyk against Agate Kabayel in Germany.
Yeah.
I would love to see that because, you know, his nation has got a massive connection with Germany. There's, outside of Ukraine, the biggest population of Ukrainians are in Germany. So it'd be like fighting on home territory for once. So Agat's up for the fight. Agat will fight anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere. And for me, apart from Joe Parker, he's the most dangerous man in the heavyweight division.
What about a trip to New Zealand for the boys, Spencer?
Yeah,
any
look,
chance?
we've got...
You're thinking to yourself there.
Yeah. We just talked to David Higgins and one of the government representatives are coming over tomorrow. 2 of the main guys. So it could happen in America. It could happen in Saudi Arabia. Don't forget, if they want something, they'll have it.
Of course.
So
I've never been to New Zealand, though, you know what I mean?
Well, you could be going to New Zealand. Let's cross our fingers. I've been there once, but I think it could happen in America, New Zealand, or Saudi Arabia. One of those 3.
Final one, Spence, the big man, GK.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
I think we're all desperate for a couple more knocks, and look, it's up to him, isn't it? He's had an incredible career. I just miss him because no one entertains anyone better than Tyson Fury, both in and out the ring. I think he always gets an itch when Usyk wins. He always like, oh, I fancy it again. And then now, obviously, we saw on his YouTube channel, he's saying, okay, that's it, done. Is it done, Spence?
Look, he's got a very famous saying, Tyson Fury, show me the money. Right? That's his favourite saying. And to get Tyson Fury out of retirement, you'd have to have 2 large Eddie Stobart lorries full to the brim with cash. But we know there's a couple of people in the world who can do that.
Yeah.
And if they want him, they'll pay for it. Tyson, I don't know whether he probably can be lured out by that. Anybody in their right mind would want to come out. He's not had really hard fights in his life, has he, except for the trilogy. And we all want to see him back. Not selfishly, I would love to see him fight again, but if he's going to stay at home with his family and enjoy his life, lovely. But like you said then, boxing's a boring place without him.
Come on, Fury, come on, one more knock, one more knock, please. Tyson Fury, AJ, Wembley Stadium would be lovely.
Wouldn't it be
there might be a couple of truckloads of cash for that one.
So keep your fingers crossed, boys. We might see for me, he's the biggest character in boxing in the last decade. You know, there is no...
Difficult to argue that.
He makes boxing. We want to see him back. But whether he comes back, let's see whether Eddie Stobart turns up in the morning.
Let's see, indeed. All right, make sure you tune in tomorrow. It's the big one, right? Everyone's been waiting for this one. Joesph Parker versus Fabio Wardley for the right, and you're hearing Spencer say it now, for the right to fight Alexander Usyk. But let's see what both men do tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow as well. The whole team will be here tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. We get underway. Make sure you tune in for this one. It's a big one.
Live, only on DAZN, October 25th, Parker versus Wardley. The dictionary defines interim as something temporary until something permanent takes its place. But neither of these men intends to be temporary. Joesph Parker, former heavyweight champion of the world and the current WBO interim champion. He has Bakole, Zhang and Wilder behind him. And now he looks to cement himself as first in line to take a swing at the Ukrainian king. But an undefeated knockout artist has something to say about that. Fabio Wardley, the WBA interim heavyweight champion, and the UK's answer to who will hold all the gold next.
Fabio Wardley finds the right hand, and down goes Clark!
Two champions lie in wait. Destiny is one punch away, and only one man can be next. It's truly all or nothing. Parker versus Wardley, October 20th.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
You don't have to smile through back pain. Let us help. Voltarol is clinically proven to provide maximum strength pain relief for up to 12 hours to help keep you moving. Voltarol, the joy of movement.
Bet £10, get £30 in bonuses. Make the move to midnight.
At the San Siro, it's Milan against Roma. Rolled across Salamakers! A real statement! Pellegrini! It ends here in dramatic circumstances.
If you love the fight, you'll love the game.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.